What's up? What's up, everybody? Uh, Reclaiming our identity here. It's been a minute. Um, I want to give a couple of people an opportunity to get on. I want to share, give some updates on what's been going on. How are we adjusting after being back here in the States, leaving Rwanda? I want to give some other folks a chance to get on, to catch up to this live. It's been a it's been a minute since I have gone live, um, and so I thought that it was a time for me to get back on here and share some updates of what's been going on, how we are adjusting to life back here in the States. It's been an adjustment. So for those who don't know, we got back here. Of course, we got back here in the States June 25th. We've been here since June 25th. Back here in the States, we left Rwanda the 23rd, 24th, something like that. We've been back here, 2.5 months now. 2.5 months. And it has been an adjustment. It has been an adjustment. Getting used to, getting acclimated to everything here again, and even though we were only gone basically about a year, almost a year. We got accustomed to, we got used to the peace of being in Rwanda. We got used to the cost of living being so much cheaper. And then, of course, coming back here and things are just, of course, with inflation, even before we left, when you compare America to Rwanda, it's like night and day when it comes to cost. But then when we come back and it's, we're in the middle of this inflation and just everything is just sky high. And so we ended up, when we got back, we purchased a car because we needed transportation, of course. And so we were able to pay cash for that, fortunately. But as we were looking at the cost of so many of the other items here, and even just buying a new car here, just things are just extremely expensive. And so, if you've been in the States, if you never left, then it's probably you've gotten used to it. But coming back here, and having not, of course, I mentioned in the previous video that even though the cost of living was cheaper there, buying a car and things like that was a little bit more expensive there in Rwanda. But still, coming back here and a car that would typically cost you, before we left, 20 something thousand, now it's costing you 30 something, 40 something thousand. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. And so that has been an adjustment, getting adjusted to just the cost of living. Of course, our finances have increased. So we are thankful for that. But it's just, things are just so expensive. So that's been an adjustment. Also, just being back here. And fortunately, I'm gonna say we, but I have not, because living in Rwanda, it allowed me to be disconnected from everything here. And so I was not connected to the news. The most I would really look at was Yahoo, and I would see some of the things that were going on here in the States, but I was never really into a lot of the specifics, the politics and things like that, and so it allowed me to disconnect from those things that were happening here, which made it a lot easier for me to not be frustrated there at what was going on here. And fortunately, because because I had an opportunity to disconnect from everything over there while we were there, coming back, it's the same thing. And so it's crazy because we never had a TV while we were in Rwanda, and then we've been back here for like I said, 2.5 months, and we don't have a TV. We The home that we live in now, we began to rent this home, I guess about a little over a month ago, a month and a half ago, and we still don't have a TV, and we'll probably get one, at some point. But it's crazy because the first time, so I had to go to a meeting for my job, a pastor's meeting, and I had to stay in a hotel. And while I was there, I cut on the TV, and it's crazy because that was the first time I had watched TV in over a year. First time I actually cut on the TV and watched the TV in over a year, and so just being back here, it's crazy because it's allowed me to, having gone there and then coming back here, I've had to, the adjustment, getting used to the political environment and things like that has not been as challenging, only because I don't even I've continued to stay disconnected from those things that are happening. And so, to be honest, I spend a lot of time studying the Word, reading, and I may look at some videos of what's going on the continent in Africa, and so that's been a lot of what I've been doing since I've been here, because, to be honest, and I've mentioned this in a previous video, we're back, but we're not back forever. We're not back forever. And so I don't want to be, to be honest, I don't want to get too attached here. We don't know how long we're going to be here, but we know we're going to be here. But even so, I don't want to be in a position where I'm getting attached to the things here. I don't want to increase my wardrobe. I don't want to get a whole lot of nothing. I don't want to take out any loans. I don't want to do anything. I want us to be able to, when the Lord says go, we're able to pick up and leave. And we don't see that happening within the next couple years, but we want to be able to not be attached to anything. The one thing that I really enjoyed being in Rwanda is the fact that we have a scaled down lifestyle, and so I'm more of a minimalist anyway. And so, for me, I don't have to have, all the stuff. And so, being in Rwanda, and, you have these small, most of the time, these small wardrobes or closets, we call them, here. And, you can only fit but so many articles of clothing in there. And so I was good with that, and so you get, you're not wasting your money, spending your money on a whole lot of stuff, because the reality is here, that's what we do. We here in the States, we got a whole lot of stuff that in the end is going to burn when Jesus comes. But we just accumulate. When we do that, we can't really enjoy a life the way that I believe that we are intended to enjoy it. And so I'm happy my wife and I are going to be celebrating 20 years of marriage in a couple weeks. October 4th is our 20-year anniversary. And so we're going to go and celebrate that somewhere out of the country. But also, we plan hopefully the plan is in March to go to Kenya to check out Mombasa. Our friends, the residential tourists, are there. They are living there and gallivanting all over the country. And I've had an opportunity. My 2 cents Smurs one. Hey, my 2 cents. I don't know who is my 2 cents. Please put your name. I don't know exactly who you are. I know I've seen you on there before, my 2 cents, but I don't know exactly. Will, what's going on, Will? What's up, man? My man, Will. For those who don't know, Will, my 2 cents, was an expat. Expat. He and his family moved to Rwanda as well, and they moved back around, I guess, maybe a couple weeks after we did, and they're back in the States. And so appreciate you coming to check us out. Will, man, we are adjusting here, but yeah, so we are wanting to go and Black by popular demand. Thanks for watching, continuing to watch as well, even though we're not on the continent now. But yeah, we're going to go to Mombasa. Lord willing, we'll go to Mombasa in March during spring break to check it out. And I was watching now my wife and I, we visited Kenya. We visited Nairobi in 2019, 2018, I can't remember which year. But at the time that we went, we were not specifically looking we were not looking to move. And so we enjoyed Nairobi, but we didn't look at it as, okay, is this a place that we could live? And so when I was looking at the residential tourists, our friends, the residential tourists, I was looking at their video and I was like, man, we're going to have to check out Nairobi again. And so when we visit next year, we're going to spend some time in Nairobi before going to Mombasa. But our plan is we know that, this next couple of years as we're here, getting all of our ducks in order. Yes, Nairobi was good. Nairobi was good. While we get our ducks in order, we're going to visit some more African countries. We will check out Kenya. We'll check out South Africa. I really want to check out Nigeria as well, because my ancestry DNA connects me back to Nigeria. And when I did ancestry DNA as well as African ancestry DNA, ancestry DNA and African ancestry, both of them led me back to Nigeria. And African ancestry actually gives you your tribe, and so I found out that I am Igbo. And so I really want to be able to go to Nigeria and kind of retrace my roots. For those who are who are into studying Black history and Bible history and things like that, one of the things you may know that the Igbos were the group of Hebrews that were brought to this country, brought to America on slave ships, the original Hebrews, according to Deuteronomy 28 and a whole lot of other scriptures in the Bible. And so, many of us in this country are of Igbo descent. And so we have our roots in that Nigeria area around the Niger River and Cameroon and Ghana and things like that. And so I want to be able to go and trace my steps. And also I've been told that I look like I'm Igbo. if you ever seen somebody from Nigeria, especially men from Nigeria, they tend to be tall and thin and have I seem to have their facial features, and so I want to be able to go and check that out. So those are three countries that we know definitely we're going to check out: South Africa, Nigeria, and Kenya, and then any other countries that we just feel impressed to check out, and we'll just see what happens. But we've been the blessing is that having spent time in Rwanda, uh, when we go to these next countries, we'll be able to say, hey, this is a possibility, and then we'll be able to go more than once, to kind of set things up and to really see what the country is like, and if it will be sustainable for our family. And so that's what we're really looking forward to over these next couple of years. But but we're adjusting, adjusting, families adjusting. Let me tell you this: for those of you who are who have considered, who are considering going to the continent, let me tell you this. And I just want to give a little shout out to the educational system, because we get a lot of, we've been told here that the educational system in Africa is subpar, when I would have to disagree. So my children, they went to a school called Path to Success, international school. My two daughters, better yet. And although we did not like the school, I did not like the school. Our children were prepared. I'll say that our children were prepared. So we shared in a video a while ago, after, not too long after we got there, that my oldest daughter, she finished 8th grade here. Then when we went to Rwanda, she ended up having to take 8th grade again, which was devastating to her. Instead of going into 9th grade, she went into 8th grade because some of the things that she learned, some of the things that they learned in 8th grade in Rwanda, they had not learned, she had not learned yet in America. And so, of course, we go to Rwanda, and they took 13 classes per term. I remember when we got back in the school that my oldest daughter is in now, it's a Christian school, and had an interview with the principal, and the principal was like, when we told him that she took 13 classes, he was like, how did she do that? But anyway, so we come back. Of course, when we come back, she's in the 10th grade now. Instead of going into 9th, she completed her test or whatever and went into 10th grade. My youngest daughter, of course, she was in 6th grade. She is now in 7th grade. And because she was so well prepared while in Rwanda, a lot of things that they covered, there's a possibility that she may end up getting skipped, put into 8th grade, because she knows a lot of what is being taught here in the 7th grade. And so she's bored because a lot of what they're learning she already knows, whether it's the 7th graders or the 8th graders. Some of the 8th grade instruction, and so they are well prepared. And even my oldest daughter, the school that she's in, is challenging her, but she's getting. Both of my daughters are excellent students. Excellent students. Straight A's. But even coming back, having gone there, it's like, they are head and shoulders above their peers because of their experience in Rwanda. And so, there's a lot of negative publicity when it comes to the educational system in Rwanda. But if you think about this, oftentimes when the individuals come from Africa, those who come to study at our universities, oftentimes they excel in our system. They excel in our system. And so you have to ask the question, why is it that they excel in our system if their educational system is subpar? And so, you know, something to think about. Same here with our. That's right, man. That's right. Will, yes. I mean, our children come back, and I mean, if for no other reason, you know, um, you know, just having our children over there, and being able to come back here, and to just, I mean, just blow the socks off. You know, we're just happy, we're impressed, and we're thankful. But I just wanted to come on here, you know, kind of just talk about, you know, how we are adjusting, how I am adjusting. I know my wife did a video maybe a couple weeks ago, and I had not been on here. I've been kicking the can down the road, you know, because I am wanting to go back tomorrow. I'm wanting to go back to the continent tomorrow, and I put a message on the residential tourists, on one of their videos. I said, you know, this is, I think the facilities there is subpar, but yeah, the facilities are subpar, but the education, yes, is on point. That is true. That is true. But I've been hesitant in watching some of their videos, residential tours, because I knew that, you know, if I watched the videos, then I would, you know, I would long to be there, which is the case. Which is the case. And so, you know, I'm just trying to hold on, trying to maintain, trying not to put the cart before the horse. I try to be patient, let God move, let God lead, let God direct, to let us know when He will have for us to move back, and where. And so, but yeah, but I just wanted to give a shout out to me. Just do a video, quick video, let you guys know what's going on, how we are adjusting, and I will do my best to try to give a little bit more updates. And my wife has been telling me, because I've been watching, you know, a lot of the videos of the things that are taking place on the continent with the coup in Nigeria, and some of the things that some of my favorite African Pan-Africanists are talking about. Lumumba, Professor Lumumba, Dr. Ericana Quao, and some other individuals. And so she's been telling me I need to do a video, just kind of talking about my thoughts on some of the things that they share, and I'll do a video at some point on that. But yeah. But thanks for watching, my brother Will, man. Blessings on you, man. And thanks everyone else for watching, reclaiming our identity, how we are adjusting. We'll see you in the next video. Like, subscribe, and share.